We're just getting stoked up in here right now. Hey, I've got Wyatt, In Motion bike, really creative. I really dig it. I mean, we were just talking, I had a buddy many years ago that did one for ski and snowboard. You have In Motion, a mobile bike shop. Tell me a little bit about it, the concept, and then let's talk about what you can do for riders in and around the lake.
You know, the concept is really simple. It's being able to go online or call and book an appointment that suits your needs to get your bike repaired.
Got it.
And I can show up to your house, I can show up to your work, I can show up to the beach, I can show up on the trail. No matter where you are, if you need a bike service done, the van is fully equipped with parts and all the tools to get any job fixed on a bike that has to get repaired.
Nice, and that's so full repair shop. So if I've got not just like flats, I need derailleurs and parts and pieces like that.
Absolutely.
I can get those right from you.
Yep.
How do I do that now? Do I call you? Do I go online?
There's many avenues to be able to get in. You know, everything these days is all on our phone. We don't want to have to do anything. So the easiest way is simply just to go to inmotionpbs.com. It gives you a full breakdown. It shows you exactly what the services are that we're offering.
Yep.
It shows you the parts that we have, and it gives you a breakdown of every individual thing. So if you're like, oh, I need just a derailleur installed,
yep,
you can be like, okay, derailleur installment,
yep,
and it'll be $20. And you're in and out the door that quick.
And we were also talking about, so if I had like 4 buddies of mine and maybe we're riding around the lake or we were going to ride South Tahoe Brew or something like that, I can set it up to have you meet me there. So it's like Rent-A-Tech, correct?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it's no different than calling an Uber, except for I'm not giving you a ride, I'm fixing your ride.
Nice. And then, so I talked about SAG work too. Let's say I had a group, I'm coming up from the Bay Area. So for all of you down in the Bay, if you're coming up to ride around the lake, or maybe you want to do like a mini death ride or a multi-pass ride, you can do SAG as well?
Absolutely. You know, you can do a whole thing. It's called Book the Van.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different ways that you can book the van, whether you want repair work done, whether you want a mechanic to follow you just for emergencies, you know, being able to have an air compressor there. Everybody knows how hard it is to change a tire, especially when you're in the motion right on the side of the street. It gets a little bit dangerous. Being able to come inside the van doing a SAG job or something along those lines, you could get off the busy highway, yeah, and be able to get your tire repaired and get back on the trail and have safety done.
And I just thought of this. So I just bought a new bike, right? Let's say I got a Pivot or something like that, and I go out and ride it. Could I book you to meet me like at Corral so I could ride it, and could you set my suspension up for me?
Absolutely. And one of those biggest things, suspension is with the most important part of riding a mountain bike that has, you know, front and rear. Every person is individual in their riding style, yeah, caters exactly to that bike. So doing a general SAG setup or being like, oh, I ride 30%, that may not be the best that your bike's going to be able to perform for you. So going out on a trail, doing a repeat section over and over, seeing what the suspension's doing, watching your body mechanics, we can dial you in, yeah, to make that bike and yourself become a better rider.
Yeah, that's super important too, right? You know, you walk into a bike shop, you buy the bike, but you might want a longer neck, higher bars, different types of saddle. You can do all that as well.
Absolutely, yeah. General fitting and stuff is really important to really make that bike, because they all just come unisex. Yeah. Well, that bike is a medium. It's going to fit a height range from, you know, 5'4" to 5'10". And anywhere from this weight to this weight, and it's like, well, everybody's different. You know, you may be a 45% SAG rider, or that bike specifically wants you to run a different leverage ratio or put you into a different SAG.
Gotcha.
You know, my last bike I ran 40. This bike I'm running 20. You know, it just depends on how that bike's performance is as well as your riding. So it's very important to get the most out of your bike that you can.
Nice. As we wrap this up, so you do mountain, do you do road as well?
Yep, I do everything. Anything that's got 2 wheels to crank, I'd make it happen.
Nice. And this winter, what are you going to be doing?
Unclear. The bike shop will be open.
Yep.
You know, all the other bike shops in town, they switch over to a ski shop, so we're going to keep everything rolling. You'll be able to book me still. We'll just have a little bit shorter hours, so we'll probably stop work probably around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but we'll be open for the most part of the day and every day of the week. Like
nice. So let's say we have a mild or a normal winter, right? And so I'm riding in the morning, skiing in the morning, and do you drop over down towards Jack's Valley and, you know, to the Ramada side?
If situations arise and it's worth it, and if there's a few people down there and we need to get something going, yes, we can absolutely do that. Oh, sorry, I'm getting called to do my call.
That was me right there. We're booking right now. Doing it totally. Well, go ahead.
I mean, I'll travel short distance as long as everything is inappropriate, if there's enough people down there. The hard part is people in the Bay or in Sacramento or in Carson, they have to be able to know that I'm here to have that service. So getting that name brand out.
So let's wrap it up. How do I get a hold of you? What's your phone number?
208-310-6866.
And online?
InMotionPBS.com.
Wyatt from InMotion. Hey, thanks for coming in this morning, my friend.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah. We'll be right back. We'll talk to our sponsors.